Yes. Hello. Good morning, everybody. I hope you can see my screen. Currently, this is gold. So today we want to start from gold. We'll not start from normally the way we used to do. We start with Euro USD and then we move other. So today we are going to start with gold. And for the reason being that gold is a very clear one. I think there's been some trend since January. Seen price continue to the upper side, price retraced up. I mean, there's this move up, there's a slight retracement, there's a move up, there's a slight retracement, there's a move up, there's a slight retracement before we saw this big move to the upper side. So this is still bullish. Gold is still supposed to continue upwards. We still expect price to proceed even higher. As long as the price remains the way it is at the moment, this is still bullish. So far there's this had this minor retracement form of inside the channel, then there's a break above, price continued upwards, and then this is the only red candle which we've seen since this was when? This was since May 19th. So this is a possible indication that the price is still bullish. We still expect a move to the upper side, and if price is to retrace downwards, then this should be the place it has to come back up to. The red thing you're seeing, which is this, is actually a very good retracement place. So let price retrace back up to this level here. This is the correct place. Yeah. Then we look for a buy from this point to the upper side. The best is to wait for just this retracement. Then you pick a buy upon that retracement. After that, you need to expect price to proceed even higher. So as it is at the moment, it may look like the price is bearish. Somehow there's a pin which is developing in the weekly, but that does not change the fact that the overall trend is still upwards. Whatever is happening now is just a mere retracement. If you check a lesser time frame, that should be a very good retracement, and I've already mentioned exactly where we expect that retracement to go up to. So it should go up to the zone which I've colored, the red zone which I have colored, the one which I've marked with the red dotted lines. So we move to the daily chart. Daily, this is what you have. There's some consolidation, and then other than this, the one this was on the daily, this was a bit clearer. A line, it's a zone. We also had this like that. Just recently we had this. So all this points to the same thing, that the overall trend is still upwards. We still expect price to continue to the upper side. So if you are looking at this chart and you want to trade it correctly, please be sure to look for buy positions. But wait for price to retrace down, maybe up to this level, then you pick a buy up to the upper side. For us, there's something, this is a very good level. This should be a good place to buy from. If you are trading for us, then I recommend you look for a buy around the line which I've drawn here. And in case price goes below that line, then this is the next place, the entire zone. Good place to look for a buy from here. So we'll basically be waiting for price to retrace back up to somewhere in between that zone. Then it should give us a good buy in between the zone which I've drawn. So as much as this is a buy, from where I'm saying the price is, that should be a good buy. Price is likely coming back down up to this level. This is a good place to buy from. We also have this as a very good place to buy from. If you buy it around the first target, the first level which is here, and it stops you, then wait and buy the second time here. That buy, have your stop loss below this level. while the first buy should have a stop loss here. So buy, you have a stop loss, and then the next one you have a stop loss here. You have your stop loss there. Next one you have a stop loss there. Then enter in between this zone and then also between this zone here. So we move forward, move to our next symbol. That should be Brent oil. So far, Brent oil has been moving perfectly as we forecasted. We expected a sell from in between this zone here, a support, support, support. There's a break. Then instead of bouncing off from the same support to the last side, it actually broke above and even closed higher. So this has invalidated the sell which we saw previously. We expected a sell in between this zone, but as it looks now, this could be a good buy. So you expect price to proceed upwards. Let price proceed even higher as long as it remains above the zone which I've drawn, which is this. It is likely heading upwards. But sorry, I was forgetting this thing here. There's a level here which is extremely significant. This one. This is a very, very good level. So price also needs to close above it before you can confirm that you are proceeding to the upper side. Price must close clearly above 60.876. Price must close above it before we can confirm that you're proceeding to the upper side. But as it is at the moment, it may look like the price is heading to the upper side, but until it goes beyond the line which I've drawn, we may still expect some sellers to be in this market. So we move forward, we move to our next symbol. Sorry, I'll look at this from a lesser time frame. It's 1 hour. This looks like a shape for me, not a very good one. Then we also have the one from the top. So technically the price may come back up to this level, then bounce off to the upper side. The price may come back like this, then bounce off from that point to the upper side. This is what may likely happen. There may be a retracement, then it bounces off from that point up to the upper side, and that buy should push price up to this level, which is this. So we move forward, move to the next symbol, and that is SP500. So far, SP500, we expected a sell, but somehow it spiked massively upwards, and currently there are some consolidations, which is this one around this level here. This is a very good resistance. So from 5th of August, the price has been contained below this level of resistance, continued down, it came back as a resistance, down as a resistance, as a resistance, as a resistance, and despite the previous big move which you saw this one, price still could not break above it. So this could be a very good place to sell from. This could be a very good place to sell from, and in case price rises beyond that level, then we basically just wait for retracement, then we'll pick a buy from that point to the upper side. This sell, price comes back, assuming price goes above this level, we'll just wait for a retracement, then we'll pick a buy up to the next level, which is this one. Very good resistance. So wait for breakout, a retracement, pick a buy from that point up to 3011.5. So we move forward, we move to our next chart. That should be USD/JPY. So one thing which I want to mention here is that there's a close correlation between USD/JPY and SP500. Anytime you find a big move on SP500, expect the same move on USD/JPY. They tend to move alongside each other. So if you are looking at this, assuming you're looking at this big move here, we check USD/JPY, the same thing almost happened. We had this. There's a similar big move, which is this. That means if SP500 can break above the resistance which I mentioned, then we also expect USD/JPY to go beyond this level here. So far, as you can see, this was since 5th of August until now, both of them have been below some zone, which is here. This goes above, If SP500 can rise beyond, USDJPY can go beyond that resistance, then we'll just wait for retracement before we can pick a buy from that point up to somewhere around this point here, around this level there. If you're looking at SP500, the same thing is likely to happen. If both of them can go beyond, then we'll buy both of them. If this rises beyond this level, we'll wait for retracement, then we buy it up to the upper side. And if SP500 does the same thing, USDJPY goes above, then we'll also look for a buy from that point up to the top. So this is purely price action. There's nothing to this. Purely just price going above a level, retracing back, and we pick a trade from that point. There is nothing to just purely price action. Whatever is happening on the chart is what we choose to trade. So we move forward, we move to the next chart, which is Euro USD. And this chart, there's something interesting with it. We are somehow in between some range, which is this. Then there's also the top one, which is this one. The have price somehow consolidating in between it. As long as you have price remaining within this range here, you basically just wait for a break below so that you can pick a sell like that. So it traces back so that you can look for a sell from that point up to the bottom, which is this level here. So if you are trading this chart correctly and you're looking for a trade, please be sure to look for a sell only when price is below this level. So the same thing is true, assuming the price goes above the upper line there, then we'll wait for just a retracement before we can pick a buy that point to the upper side. Either way, we're going to pick a trade in the direction of the breakout. If it breaks above, we pick a buy to the upper side. If it breaks below, we pick a sell up to around 1.10296 is here. The buy, the first take profit should be there. Next one should be on the next time frame, which is this, and the last take profit to expect to be there. Then we have the very last one at the top, which is here. So these are the levels. In case price goes above, wait for retracement, then we buy it, the first take profit, the next one, and then the last one. If it breaks below, then this will sell it up to this level, 1.10296. So thank you very much. That should bring us to the end of today's market overview. So far we've checked just all the symbols which you're supposed to look at. We've looked at GBP USD, USDJPY, Euro USD. We've also looked at SP500, Brent oil, and then the first one which we studied was gold. So thank you very much. See you again tomorrow at the same time.